Hi, welcome to my channel. This is kind of crazy and I'm kind of nervous, but I am starting a YouTube channel, so whether you're watching this for the very first time, you're watching this through a party post, or whatever it is, hello, welcome, and I'm so glad to be starting this journey with you guys. Real quick, my name is Tori. I am a unique presenter and I've been with this company for about close to 3 years now. It's a makeup and skincare line that I absolutely love every bit of their products. So I'm here to share with you some makeup tips and tricks that I love, and it makes my life easier, and I hope that you find value in it and it makes your life easier as well. So let's get started. I thought I would start with talking about one of our new products that I've been using, and it is the stick foundation. I had never even heard of a stick foundation prior to Younique coming out with this, and at first, I'm not gonna lie, I was skeptical. So this is what it looks like. Try to get it to come up a little bit for you guys. So we have so many different shades to offer in this, and I definitely would want to help you get you color match, because I want you to love your shade and I want it to match you perfectly. So if by the end of this you are interested, I want you to leave a message below with just like comment with the rock on sign if you would like some help with color matching or for the link. So anyways, before foundation, it is super important. I don't know if anyone has ever told you this before. If it's the first time you hearing this, I want you to open your ears and prime every single time before you put your foundation on. Primer is so important because A, it helps to increase the wear of your foundation. I mean, you spend some time in the morning putting it on and you pay for it. So you want it to work to the best of its ability, and the way you do that is to prime first. Priming also helps to give you a more smooth and even finish, and also helps to fill your pores. So if you have larger pores, it helps to diminish the size of that, and it helps prevent from the environment and your foundation from clogging your pores. So we are going to prime. I love the Touch Glorious primer because mainly just like the packaging. Like, look how big this thing of primer is. It is humongous. This thing lasts me forever, and I'm all about getting the most value out of the things I'm purchasing, and that's honestly like reason number one why I love this primer so much. I don't want to like annoy you guys and tell you all the reasons why I love every single product, because let's face it, we're going to be doing a lot of videos together and I got lots of time to do that. But with our primer, I feel like that's probably one of the main reasons why I like it, is you get a lot of product. It also, I mean, it's like the wear, like the feeling of it is amazing as well. I wouldn't be using something that feels like sticky or is hard to apply. I would be honest with you guys if it was like that. I mean, there's always those products out there that you're just like, meh, it's not really for me. And those products, I won't promote those products just because I feel like I owe it to you guys to be fully real with you. So the nice thing is this does dry pretty quickly. I normally get it at like about 30 seconds. So while I'm giving that some time to dry, let's talk about the stick foundation. So the way you apply this is you're going to basically just draw some lines on your face, and I'm going to show you here in just one moment, and then it's super easy to spread out. Now, you are going to want a specific brush to make this easier. You probably could use something called a blending bud if you really wanted to, but to be honest, I have not used it with a blending bud, so I personally cannot promote that. I don't know how well it works. So I think what I like best is using what's like a I'm gonna say it wrong, the like kabuki. You guys correct me. I don't know how in the world you say that word, but it's a brush that looks like this. So This is a brush that I had previously. As you can see, it's very flat on the top, and actually this one, it's kind of older, it's curved, but it's got a very flat, smooth finish. And then this one is actually my unique brush that I have now, and you guys, my robot vacuum has decided to start running. So let me pause that really quick because it is so loud. Sorry, side note. Does anyone else have a robot vacuum? I have the iRobot. I love it. Her name's Lucy, so if I ever say Lucy, the robot vacuum in the future, that's why. Everything in our house is Charlie Brown themed. Works great, but it is so noisy. And you guys would totally be able to hear it, so we're going to just pause that. Anyways, going back to brushes. I've been using the Kabuki. That's what it is. It's right, I don't know if you guys are going to be able to see it. Kabuki brush. So this is Younique's, and I like this one so much better just because the brushes are so much, the hair to the brush is so much softer. But you can see it's a very flat finish, and the way you do this is once you apply your makeup, you're just going to kind of buff it out. So let me show you how it works. And I'm only going to do half of my face right now so you guys can see the difference it makes. So I will normally do, this might be kind of hard since I'm only doing half my face. So I'll normally draw a line along this under part of my cheekbone. I'll do like a big old V underneath my eye, my nose, down my chin, along my jaw. You got to get your neck as well because you want to blend into your neck, and then your forehead. Okay? And then we're just going to take this and normally hold up towards the silver part of the brush. And you're going to just do circular motions to buff this out. I'm going to get closer so you guys can see. Trying to do a pretty straight line down the center here so you guys can get a pretty good idea of how well this really is working. You're going to blend I blend all the way down to where my chest starts. Not because I need coverage on your neck, but a lot of people forget to apply a little bit of foundation to your neck. It just helps you. Have you guys ever been walking down the street and you see people with like that obvious makeup line? That's why you blend down your neck. Even if this color matches you perfectly, you still want to blend it out. Okay? You can tell, like look, this is a good shade for me, but you can tell foundation side, non-foundation side. And if you want to build it up, like let's say you're having a nicer evening, or you're having you have an increase in breakouts, you can apply a little bit more on top. Again, just blend that out. And voila. Do you guys see the difference? Like, that's crazy. And so, as you guys saw, you can rewind. I barely used any. Like, a few little swipes on your face, blend it out, that's it. And look at the amazing coverage I got. So, I'm going to go ahead and take a selfie really quick so I can show you guys a little bit later just how awesome this is. Okay. Alright, and then let's finish the other side. Obviously, when I do my makeup on camera, and I'm talking you guys through it, it takes me so much longer than it does when I'm just me, myself, and I. So, without talking this time, we're just going to go through it real quickly so you guys can see how easy and quick it is to use this foundation. Voila. I love this stuff. This has been my main foundation for the past few weeks. This is also what I used for my wedding, and I felt like it just gave me like absolutely amazing coverage. Now, if you have a long day ahead of you, or if you feel like you need even more coverage after that, which I don't know why you would, because it works that well. But if you have like a longer day ahead and you want to set it in, the next step would be to use a powder. Now, you can use a translucent setting powder, or this is what I like to do. I like to use a loose powder foundation because it just gives you even more added coverage, like I said, if you feel like you want it. But I like using it because I feel like the powder foundation works really well for me to set my foundation in. I don't know if you guys can tell, with a liquid form of foundation, you are going to get like a little bit of like that dewy finish. Kind of just like it looks a little bit shiny. That's just normal with a liquid foundation. And as all that goes on like a stick, it's kind of like the stick foundation, it's more like a creamy kind of texture. So I really like the matte finish where you don't have any of that dewiness at all. So that's why I like to use a little bit of this powder foundation. And like I said, I use the loose powder foundation. We have a pressed powder foundation as well. I just personally like the loose powder a little bit better. I just kind of press that in to my face a little bit, and it gives me more of that matte finish. And helps my makeup last even longer. Because let's face it, we all have long days. I work 10 to 12 hour shifts, and I do not have time to be fixing my makeup throughout the day. No, I don't even, when I leave the house, I don't take any makeup with me except for maybe some lipstick. And so when I put it on in the morning, I have high expectations for my makeup, and I expect that to last all day long without any problems. Last step, I'll show you guys just to kind of like finish this off, is I do like to add some kind of color to my face, just to kind of give some dimension. So what I've been using is a pressed blusher. This is a kind of a peachy color. It's called Supple. Oh, by the way, the shades that I use for my foundation is Velour. That's what I used in my stick foundation. And then what I used in my loose powder foundation is called Poplin. We have multiple shades of both for everyone, like more than 20 shades of foundation. It's ridiculous. But they do that because they care. Their beauty is not just one skin tone, and so that's why I think it's important that all companies should have a wide variety of the foundation that they have. So anyways, going back to the blush, I've been using Supple, which is this like peachy color. So I'm just going to add a little bit of that onto my cheeks. And with foundation, or with blush, I like to just barely tap it into the blush and kind of build upon it. Our blushes are highly, highly pigmented, so if you're trying to get a lot on your brush and put it on, it's probably going to be way too much. So I like to just dab a little bit on at a time, and just to kind of give you an example of, like, seriously, it's so pigmented, you barely will have to use it. So just to give you an example, I've had this unique blush. This is one of our mineral pressed blushes. I've had this for like, 3 years. I've had this for 3 years. You guys can see, looks like I barely have used it. Because it's so pigmented, I barely have to use any of it. So again, like I was saying earlier, I really value a product that you can get a lot out of it, and you're really getting your money's worth. So thought I'd share that. And then last step for foundation is I like to do a setting spray. and we're good to go. So, thank you guys for watching my very first YouTube channel video. Give me a rock on sign if you enjoyed this video, or if you have any questions about the foundation I talked about today. Bye! Don't forget to like and subscribe.